For a film to be considered postmodernist, a variety of techniques and attributes may first be taken into consideration. From approaches to non-linear narratives, intertextuality, and the lack of differentiation between high and low culture. A prime example of this is Quentin Tarantino's 1994 film Pulp Fiction, demonstrated through its disregard for chronological narrative, intertextual references, as well as its playful nature. And while postmodernist elements can be seen throughout the film, this is most clearly demonstrated through the opening sequence. The first example of this is the definition of pulp, shown at the beginning of the film, stating a soft, moist, shapeless mass of matter. This may be interpreted as self-acknowledgement of the film medium itself as merely a shapeless mass of fiction. Drawing attention to itself, Tarantino subverts and parodies Hollywood convention, shocking the audience and in turn deconstructing film expectations in a postmodern kind of way. In the opening shot, we're introduced to criminal lovers Pumpkin and Honeybun discussing the etiquette of robbery in a dialogue-heavy scene which is characteristically Tarantino. Here, the director accomplishes a few interesting things, providing rich characterization of the characters which he later develops in his story material for Oliver Stone's Natural Born Killers, also widely recognised as a prime example of postmodern film. In using this intertextuality, Tarantino encourages an active spectatorship and encouraging the audience to form their own personal interpretation of the text and make relevant links to sources outside of the film, acting as another key aspect of postmodernism. This is also demonstrated through the range of shots, which is primarily limited to a wide shot and a series of alternating medium close-ups used when introducing the characters. This cinematography, therefore, is reminiscent of the French New Wave approach, which highly influenced the post-modern filmmaking movement. The setting itself may be considered an example of one of the ways in which Tarantino uses pastiche through the use of evocative settings. This is seen through the LA Diner, which pays tribute to the American crime genre, embodying the notion of pastiche that derives from different film cultures and periods in history that imitates the idea of what said moments were supposed to represent. To conclude, Pulp Fiction can be considered postmodernist for its blurring of the genre, reference to the past, and rejection of what is culturally acceptable, demonstrating a true departure from modernist cinema where directors merely presented to a passive audience. Instead, Tarantino establishes postmodernity as a recurring auteur trait that generally encourages a more active spectatorship for the viewer, by subverting and challenging mainstream convention with the intention of shocking and enticing viewers.